back on my allotment. I'm sorting some tomatoes out. I've done the 3, but I left one to show you what I'm doing. Cucumbers are doing very nicely. How big they are. Now the plan is, this used to be my portable, you know, those portable greenhouses that you can do up. Well, the cover got ripped and it was stored in the shed and the rats got to it. But I've got a proper greenhouse at home now anyway, so I kept the poles in case I needed them. So I've made this little frame and I've secured it with some rope, and we'll be attaching the cucumbers. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them soon. I think what I'm going to have to do is I am actually going to have to take one lettuce home at a time rather than just do what I normally do, because they're getting a bit out of control and big, and otherwise I won't eat them. Now I've seen a rat, another rat. I told you its friend might have had more friends, so I have a theory that I know because my plot next door to me, they've had half their potatoes eaten, so I've got some traps in there. The reason why I've got all this over it is because I don't want the birds to go into the traps. Same over there, because I've seen them down here. So I've got my electronic trap there, I've got 2 snap traps there, and I've got all this stuff to deter the birds off. And none of the traps have been set off, so yeah, I'll show you everything afterwards. So I've realised this was an actual sprout, so I moved that plant over there was in here, so I moved that into the broccoli section, and I'll put some more stuff around them. I've moved one of the plants so it would get more light. I don't know what these are. I think these are broccoli as well, but I'm sure these were supposed to be cabbages. I've got a cabbage there and a cabbage there and a cabbage over there, and I don't know what that is, so we'll just see what happens. So I've done a similar setup, but because this has got a net, it'll support it better. Yeah, I don't really want to attach the string to the netting because it'll make it weaker, so I put this frame up. So you can see what I've done here with the rest of them, and we're going to do exactly the same thing to this one. Ooh, crack. They've grown huge all of a sudden. So we'll attach you over here, I think. And we've got the small portable, so the footage might not be as good, but you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I've come after work to do this to show you, because I was going to do it the other day, and because I had that virus. I'm all better, by the way. I got over the virus. I'm back to my normal self. I'm just getting back into work, and I'll go back to my normal swimming routine eventually. So yeah, I'm getting there. So I'm going to do some trimming. So we don't need this. This should have been nipped off a while ago, because you don't want too many shooters coming out of these tomato plants, because you want it all in sort of one stem, so any excess shoots are going to be causing it more stress. So you need to nip it. Like, that should have been nipped off when it was little, and I don't know if it'd have any like about this stage, and you just nip it off. So I'll prune some of the leaves. You can keep most of the leaves. It's easy to work with when you. I won't take all the big leaves off. I'm just gonna trim, give it a little haircut. But it'll just help the plant grow better and quicker, and it also helps the fruit, that the flowers which are here. You got some flowers here which will help it form more fruit, because if it's got a lot of foliage, it's gonna spend more energy feeding like the leaves and the plant. So if you want, and it does work, because I've had some real good tomatoes doing it, is to get rid of the excess foliage and excess heads like this. If you can see, you don't need them because it's too many heads for it to cope with. And there's another section up here that I've got 4 tomatoes in the greenhouse. I've got 4 in here. I've got 2 in my herb bed. So it doesn't really matter if I get rid of extra flowers. I just don't see the point in having loads of foliage if it ain't gonna support it, if it's just gonna take out nutrients. So it looks a lot more straighter, and it's much better. So I'm gonna tie it to the cane now, and then what I'm gonna do is get a big long piece of string and tie it about there and tie it up to the frame. I'll show you what I've done with the other string. Because tomato plants grow really long and big, so the strings that I'm tying it to will sort of slacken off as they get bigger. So I leave plenty of string, and I do it in a quick release knot so I can undo the actual string. So you can come with me for this trip. Ugh. There we go. So we're gonna loop it through. It's hard with one hand. Loop it through. It's probably a bit too much string, but never mind. And basically a quick release knot. So I can just pull that through and it releases it. So it's got a lot of tension. So yeah, looks a lot less bushier. They look a bit funny when they've first been done, but it'll help the plants, trust me. So we'll go on to the cucumbers, and then I'll show you the end when I've tidied up, because I've got a bit of weeding to do. I've still got that a lot to sort out down there, which I was gonna do the other Wednesday when I had that virus. I had that virus, so I couldn't really do it. Crunch. So where can we stick ya? Because I'll stick you on here. Don't fall off. So, where's those scissors gone? On the pot. So, these are doing very well. I'm going to try and grow them up the string so they don't like so they grow upwards, and then the cucumbers will hang from the string rather than trail on the floor. I've seen it done in other videos and stuff, so someone's been eating that. I don't know what one's been eating that. So I'm just gonna loop it up like that and tie it. Ooh, falling over. That'd be disastrous if I fell over. And again, I'm just gonna do a quick release, not so when the plant's finished and if the string's not weathered, I can reuse the string. I like to reuse things, recycle. That's the best thing. So I left the support things off in the greenhouse, like I said at the beginning, because the net would help keep that frame up, but this is open, so I've done these little pegs down here to help support them. So pegged into the ground so that they will help them support it, because it was wobblier than this, trust me. Oh no! I really like standing on the raised bed, but it needs a bit more root. There, got ya. Right. Even the little one's doing better. I was very worried about them when I first put them on, so I'm glad they're doing okay. I'll reach this one. I'll put the bottle back on. Because I just couldn't reach it. I could have waited till it had grown up, but you know, you can easily get it back on. And just stick the canes in for extra support. And that will just help them. I've not tied the string too tight around the plants because I don't want to cut their circulation off. So, but I don't think I'll need to re-stretch the string, because the cucumber plants will just grow up it, rather than tomatoes will just grow up, because cucumbers can grow around like runner beans. They're a crawler plant, rather than they crawl and climb, rather than tomatoes just grow straight upwards. And these just easier to do it this way. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know in a future video. So I'm gonna tidy up and weed, and hopefully I'll have some cucumbers growing up those strings. So there you go, tied up around that bar, so it'll help support the string a little bit better. Up to the top, sorry you can't see that, up to the top. So that's it for now. I'm going to tidy up and then I'll show you the rest of the plot once I'm done. Sorry, I'm facing it down, I'm really sorry. So I'll see you in a minute or two. Probably an hour, because it's only 6:30. So it'll take me about an hour to weed round quickly because I didn't do it not so long ago, so, and tidy up, and that bit might take a little bit of time. So I'm gonna do the strawberries once they're finished, they're nearly finished, and I'll show you the beds afterwards, what I've done. So right, I better crack on and then I'll show you after. Yeah, see you soon. Is this thing on? Yeah. Hi guys! Finished weeding and tidying up. Weeded to the best I can do, really. I'll show you around. I've got a water and pick a lettuce since they're all looking a bit crowded. So we'll start with the lettuces. Usually I pick off a leaf and then harvest so many leaves, but they're looking a bit squashed, so I am actually going to pick a full lettuce and take it home and use it up. I've never had this problem before because sweet corn usually grow really tall, but it's actually they're forming on the sides, and they're like, I don't know whether I planted them too close together or whether they're just small because it's a different type of variety. These are doing well. Artichokes, I've had them before, they've got a quiet taste, but I think they look nice when they flower and it's a nice addition. Well, there's the beetroot, they're doing well. My friend said that they didn't do very well, the runner beans, but I've got one nice group, and this lot's catching up with that lot. They seem to be doing very well, to be honest. So I don't know. And you saw the cucumbers earlier, so hopefully they'll grow right up to the top. Rhubarb will need harvest again. I've got some courgettes coming. Strawberries are nearly finished, so this is going to be changed. Instead of using brick, I'm going to try and I'll probably use a bit of both brick and use some of the old bricks that I've got there and the timber that my friend gave me. I don't know if that'd be enough, but I'm going to, like I said in the previous video, I'm going to get rid of these boxes and extend the strawberry bed. So onions are starting to come along nicely. There's one bulbing up. They tend to bend over on their own and then fill out. As you see, that one's turned over. Down here I've sorted out to my best, so it doesn't look too cluttered. It looks more spacious. So put some more gravel around that. The small plants that haven't got very big. Closed it all up. It's just time to water. Potatoes, like I said, they're in that thing. I think that's about it really, so I'm going to go home and have some, well, first I'm going to water, pick a lettuce first and then water, and then I'm going to go home and have some tea, sort out the tomatoes at home because they've gone berserk too and they need the same treatment, and that's it. The bike that I found, having brake issues, so what is happening with the brakes is I've tightened them up and they keep rubbing on the rims, so I don't know whether it's the wheels or whether it's just, I don't know, they just keep catching on the rims when I tighten it, and they keep like not locking, they don't lock or anything, they're just rubbing against the rim. So in the comments below, give me some ideas. Do I need to take it to the bike shop and get them to have a look at the actual the wheels to see if it is, or shall I look at YouTube videos and see if I can find a YouTube video that will help me? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I'll do whatever, because I really want this bike to be up and running. It rides beautifully. It's a very fast bike. I couldn't believe it when I got on it and rode it around. The front wheel is actually okay, because I tuned it myself, and it's fine. And the back one's okay. Feels fine when I'm riding it. So I don't know what's going on. So anyway, that's it for now, for Kaylee's place. It actually says it on my gate. I'll show you. It does say Kaylee's place. It's sort of fading. Kaylee's place, plot 15A on on this allotment site. So I won't give out the name because I don't want any thugs or anybody. I do get the odd annoying kid that goes, "Hey, what you do?" And I'm like, really? You just want to tell them to F off. Let's just say F off. I don't like swearing that often. So anyway, on that note, I love you and leave you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Please guys, I'm trying my hardest. Really am. So, and the person I heard about the trimming tomato plants leaves and trimming them up and tying them up was from my late granddad who passed away last year. He was the one who I probably got the gardening bug from. So my late granddad John, may he rest in peace. I miss him every day. It's weird. This is like the second year I've not been up to his bungalow to see him or anything. Because I always made time for him, even though people said he didn't. Even though he said, "Oh, no one has time to see me these days, and you know, I'm not getting any younger and I can't really travel that far. I just wish my family loved me." And I said to him, Grandad, I'll make time for you. There's no excuse. I love you and I'll come down and see you. If you need me, give me a ring on the landline and leave a message and I'll ring you back and I'll come down and see you. Because I love you and you're my granddad and I will always make time for you. No excuse. I will come down, even if it's pissing down with rain, blizzarding in snow, foggy, blistering heat. I will come down and see you, Grandad. I promise. Oh, and he started crying and, you know, give me a cuddle and stuff. And he says, "No, not in bad weather. Don't want you hurting yourself. Remember the last time when you got knocked off by that driver?" Yes, folks, I went to Haxby to see him once, and this driver had snow on his passenger side window. He was approaching a junction. I was going quite slowly because it was quite icy, so I didn't want to go fast. And I thought, is this guy gonna stop? And I got to the junction and he started pulling out slowly on me. And I was like sat on his bumper in the middle of the road and I was like banging on his bonnet. I was like, "Do you mind?" I was like, "Hello, I'm a person." You know, Mrs. Gobby. And he was like, "Oh no! Get off my bike then." Cut a long story short, he ended up paying about £45 to get the wheel completely replaced, and then he had to actually take me home because the nights were late. I'm sorry to ramble on, but the nights were getting dark and I went to see him before it was getting dark, so I went quite early so I could go back early before it got dark. And yeah, by the time he'd finished whatever he was doing and come to collect my bike, come to collect the wheel to take it to the bike shop, and by the time he got me back to my granddad's, it was getting dark. So he ended up taking me home in the end with the bike in the back. So I didn't mind. I got a new back wheel, and yeah. But he was generally sorry, and I didn't press charges, and he knew he'd done wrong. So that's, yeah. If you're a driver, I know there's people on bikes, but we're all to blame. No matter if you ride, let me start again. No matter if you walk, cycle, drive a motorbike, moped, car, van, wagon, we're all people. right? We all have to get to A and B. We just need to be more aware of each other. And some people don't. Some people are like, oh, I need to get to work, I need to get there. And they don't think. Because it only takes one wrong move. And put it this way, if you're in a car, you've got a bit more force behind you than a push bike. Put it this way, a couple of weeks ago, no, it was the week I was poorly, so it was last week. I went to work on the Monday and the traffic was building up, and I thought, oh heck, and I got onto the road where it was building up and I managed to ride. Somebody had actually been hit by a car, and it was a cyclist, and I don't know, and apparently he went to hospital and he had wrist injuries and whatever. But it looked like, to me, it looked like the traffic that was going slowly up the road was like crawling, and he'd gone up the inside, because yeah, you're supposed to go on the inside, but if you're going up, if cars are overtaking you from the right side, they would have been going slowly and he would have just been riding up that bit, and the person who must have hit him they probably must have failed in both respects, because he must have not realised the car in front had stopped, and she probably hadn't seen him come up the left hand side, and they failed to see each other, and it caused a collision because the windscreen was smashed up and he was on the floor. It was a horrible sight. So again, that's both parties. They don't seem to notice each other. So, like I say, we need to be more aware. No matter where you live in the world, if you live in the United States, Canada, Australia, and the UK, especially the people in the UK, we need to be more aware of each other. Come on, we are human beings. We need to love and respect each other. Even if we do get angry at each other, somewhere on the line, one of us is to blame, and you've just got to be the bigger person and go, fair enough, it was my fault. So, I know I've done stupid things on the bike, but I've learnt from those mistakes and carried on. So anyway, sorry for ranting on. I love you and leave you, and don't I said it earlier. So let me know in the comments about that bike what I should do, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully I might. I don't know if Mum's getting a bus ticket. I don't know. I might have to buy my own bus ticket to go to karaoke. So yeah, I didn't do a karaoke video because I wasn't well. I couldn't drink on the tablets, so that's why I haven't done. That's why I did the Gorillas video review, which I've only got 4 reviews, and I thought people would be more interested in that sort of thing. But hey ho, can't please everyone. So on that note, I'll see you later. Bye for now.